All right, everybody. According to the overlords of our timekeeping who reside in a city called Cupertino, California, and others around the globe, we are now 5 o'clock p.m. precisely here in the great state of Utah. And that means 7 o'clock Eastern time. We have some great folks on our Eastern Seaboard who have joined us, and in the Central and Pacific time zones all around the world. We're glad to have you with us on this M Corporate Call. My name is Dave Webb. I work in the Communications and Marketing Department here at the M Network at the worldwide headquarters in humble yet charming Vineyard, Utah. And I have at my disposal Mr. Ryan Anderson, who sits across the way, Mr. Richard O'Brien, who comes in to visit, Alan Templeman on one side, Glenn Oliver on the other, and we're all arms locked and trying to make great things happen for you and for your business. But there is no one better than the distributor leader and the member leader and the field leader. Tonight, we're honored to have with us a part 2 version from last week's call. Those of you who were with us last week remember Mr. Joe Melling gave us a terrific introduction to how to lead off helping people understand about the value and power of your own M business. And we have the follow-up to that tonight. This is the part 2 of the first one. And the good news is, even if you missed it last week, the archives still reside, and they can be found on the M Network channel in YouTube. And we'll make sure that is available to you. We'll do another explanation of where that can be found at the end of the call. But it is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Melling to you. I met Joe a little bit ago, not very long ago, and he came in here with a smile and a kickin' attitude is the best way I can say it. And Mr. Melling, I'm being a little facetious because he's Joe, and he'll tell you he's Joe. Joe takes care of business by taking care of people. And so what we're going to do tonight is to hear from Joe. He's going to share more insight, more of the practical application of the very things that can help you get success into your business. But more importantly than that, help you help people also have success in their business. So Joe, without any further ado, without continuing to blah, 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 people are so tired of hearing from me. Mr. Joe Melling, will you join us and take us to that promised land?
Thank you so much, Dave. I love the way you make me laugh every time we get to interact. And I love that our worlds are both synchronistically connected from that wonder in Cupertino, California. So it's a pleasure to be here with the M Nation, and welcome from all around the world, wherever you may be. Excited to be here sharing just a few minutes with you and some thoughts and insights about how we can all get on the boat, because that is really the theme of my whole life right now. How many of us can we get on that boat in August? And I would love to see 100, 200, 300 of our fellow M family all there together. I can't think of a better way to get connected and to get to know one another than in the sunshine, on the sand, and in the ocean. It's going to be an outrageously good time. So I'm excited to be here to share some thoughts on how you can make that happen. Whether today is your very first day in M or you've been here from pre-launch in the very, very beginning, I want to tell you that today is a day that you can make a decision, make a declaration, and make sure that you are on the boat. So let's make that happen for everybody out there that has that desire. And I really want to kick off tonight with a quick caveat, and that is to simply say, your support team, your sponsor, and the team that you are working with, whomever they are, they know you better and your situation much, much better than I do. So if anything that I say contradicts in any way with what you're being taught from your local support team and your sponsor, please listen to them, not me. If you have any questions or clarification, please make sure you contact them. I also would love to be available to answer any questions that you may have, but make sure you're going to them first, because they know you and they know how to help you succeed. So just to kick things off, I want to very quickly do a quick review of what we covered last week. Really, the foundational support to any success in this profession is, number one, knowing what is your why. What is it that you want to achieve? And hopefully for you, you want to get on the boat like I do and like many of those around you want to see you do. but you may have a certain goal of your own, which may be, you know, to purchase a new car, to buy a new house, or to get out of a relationship with an employer that you don't love, or whatever it is, pay for a kid's education goals. Whatever that why is, make sure you're dialed in and you know exactly what it is that you want out of your M business. Your desire to change must be greater than your desire to stay the same. If it's not greater, then I promise you, I guarantee you, there are going to be moments and there are going to be days and perhaps even weeks in your M career where you say, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm frustrated. I'm discouraged. You know, my neighbor said boo to me over the fence and I didn't like that. And little things are going to drive you nuts. But if your desire to change your life circumstances, change who you are, is greater than your desire to stay the same, then you will get rich rewards by sticking through some of those obstacles and challenges that come your way. So number one, make sure you have a clearly defined why. Number two, make sure you have a contact list. These are prospective people that you could share the M opportunity and the M products with. And make sure you have that list prepared, because what happens subconsciously, if you only have 3 people on your list, when one person tells you no, you start to panic. When 2 people tell you no, you climb under the desk and you don't even want to talk to the third person, because if they tell you no, you're out of business. But if you have 100, 200, 300 potential people to talk to, and one person says, you know what, this really isn't for me right now, you just scratch them off the list and move on, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you have so many other people, and you know that out of 200 or 300 people, there's certainly 2 to 3 people that can get super excited and want to move forward with you. And that's all it takes to create an explosion in your business. So we are going on a cruise. That is the very boat. Mr. Dave Webb found that image and said, look, this is the boat that we're all going to be on August 13th through 17th, cruising around in the sunshine, having a good time, laughing, getting to know each other. And every single person watching this training can be on that boat. It's very, very simple. The first thing you have to do is simply make a decision. Start saying, I'm going, not I want to, or it would be nice if. Start saying, I'm there, count on me, I'm going to be on the boat. Make that decision. Number two, make a declaration. Everyone you talk to, when you're talking to your spouse, to your teammates, to your sponsor, to corporate, everybody you talk to, declare to them and let them know, I'm going on the cruise. You should come and go with me because I want to spend time with you. Make that declaration. And step number three, follow a simple system. No, system is just an acronym that stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. Save yourself time, energy, and money. And the 3 reasons most people don't get engaged to make it happen is they say, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, or I don't have the money. Well, if you don't need time, energy, or money, then you can make magic happen. And you can do that if you're willing to follow a system and change your approach and change the way you do some things. It's just like playing baseball. We talked about this last week. Our goal is to run the bases, which means if I get up to bat and I hit a home run, the scoreboard doesn't automatically put a point on the board. I don't know why, it's just a rule in baseball. If I hit a home run, I still have to run the bases. I've got to touch first, I've got to touch second, I've got to touch third, and then once I touch home plate again, that is when the scoreboard changes and a point goes on the board. So it's the same thing in your business. Of course, every single time we talk to someone, we want them to enroll. We want them to sign up and get on board and start sharing and make magic happen. That's the goal. But reality is, if we're trying to get people to join off the first exposure or the first interaction, your odds of them joining are only 10%. But if instead you simply create an exposure, get them to take a trial pack of your products and have an experience, and then we guide them to a website, a video, some more information, and then we guide them to a 3-way call and then home, then your odds of them actually joining you when you have that sit down face-to-face one-on-one meeting are more like 60 to 70%. So here is the system. We just kind of went over that. First base, get a trial pack in people's hands. The image of the pack is right there at the bottom of your screen. It's one of all of our sticks in that beautifully designed fold-up brochure that explains hydration and the RDT technology and everything that makes us special and different. You want to sell these packs. Do not give them away. Why? Because if you give them away, people will accept them just because it's rude in our culture to say, no, I don't want it. But they may not actually want it. So invite people to purchase a trial pack. We're going to talk about ways to do that in a second. Purchase a trial pack for $10 and evaluate your product offering and give you their honest feedback after they've had a chance to try all 5 sticks. Step number 2 is second base. Get them, when you sell the pack, when you deliver it and put it in their hands, ask them if it would be okay if you text them a link to a website or put them in a Facebook group where they can see the way these sticks are impacting the lives of people all around you. Or if you can send them a video via text or email, or give them a brochure, or get them on a doctor's call. Invite them while they're using the products to also view some follow-up information that will create a secondary exposure for them. Then you're going to simply invite those people to get on a 3-way call. The best way to do this, as we discussed last week, is get your support person on the phone with you and then call your guests together to follow up and say, hey, what was your experience with our product? They're probably going to have some questions, and as you introduce your support person, you can set them up to answer the questions. So you simply get the 2 parties on the call, introduce them, go on mute, and listen to how your support system person answers all the questions of your actual prospect. And then if people go to first base and second base and third base, then home plate is getting them to a live meeting, either a Zoom opportunity meeting or a recorded version of one that you can find in Facebook. You know, Dennis and Sue did some awesome ones over the last couple of weeks that you could direct people to that are unbelievable. You could send them a link or tag them in that post. Or my favorite, and the way you're going to have the very best success, is going to be a one-on-one meeting or a 2-on-1 where you have your support team member and you go and meet your prospect one-on-one, answer their questions, tailor a presentation to them, or invite them to a live local meeting, a home party or a hotel meeting. If when you bring a prospect to a meeting, they've already tried a trial pack, they've already visited a Facebook, they've already been on a 3-way call, the odds of them enrolling in your business are 50 to 70%. Almost everybody is going to join, because otherwise they would not show up at the meeting if they didn't have a positive experience and an interest. And the beauty is, for those that aren't interested or don't love our products for whatever unbelievable reason that might be, they're not going to show up at the meeting. So instead of you facing that rejection of someone telling you, no, it's not for me, they simply don't show up. And that's not near as painful. So for every 30 people that you sell a trial pack to, that you put on first base, you can expect that all 30 will go to second base. If they're willing to give you $10 to try a trial pack, they're gonna watch a video or at least let you add them to a Facebook group. They're gonna go to second base. But guess what? If 30 people on second base, just like in baseball, all the time they leave the inning with someone on first, someone on second. Fewer people are gonna make it to third. About 15 out of 30 you can expect to make it to third base. And out of the 15 that do a 3-way call, guess what? Only about 8 are going to show up at a home meeting or a live presentation. And I apologize, I know I deleted something off my slide there, but that should say home meeting, live presentation, Zoom presentation, a full-blown presentation overview of what M is. And out of the 8 that show up, 2 will become members and 2 will become retail customers. Now your numbers may be much, much stronger than that. We have people that are getting more like 4 new members and a couple customers out of 8 people that make it through the whole process. So they can be much, much stronger. The beauty is, once you figure out what your batting average is, then you know exactly how many trial packs do you need to get in people's hands for you to be on that cruise. So let's talk tonight about some ways, some scripts that you could use via text, via email, via Facebook Messenger, via WhatsApp, whatever your favorite platform is. You could use these messages to try and get somebody to buy a trial pack. And these messages will be available. I will copy and paste them below the recording of this Zoom meeting on the Facebook, in the Facebook group where you'll find this recording. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied, but I will copy and paste these there as soon as that recording is available. So that you can copy and paste, but you can also tailor it to yourself. Don't simply copy and paste it. Make sure it kind of sounds like you. So this particular one was written by a very good friend of mine. I love her energy, but she would say like, hey, Ryan, I'm looking for some help. My family and I found some wellness products that we absolutely love. They're yummy hydration sticks you mix with water, and they help with things like immunity and inflammation, energy, weight loss, and more. I have a goal to share 30 of them with bright people I know, so of course I thought of you. I'm hoping you will give me your opinion of the products. If you'll purchase a $10 trial pack, you can try all 5 of them as fast as you want, and then let me know what you think. If you love them like we do, I can help you get a discount for helping me out. And if not, no harm done. Here's a short video that introduces the benefits of the products. And then you could put in the link to the sticks or hydration, whatever your favorite video is. Thanks for any help you can provide toward my goal. Another option, quicker option. Hey, Joe, I'm looking for people to help me evaluate some hydration products, sticks that you add to water bottles. If you'll purchase a $10 trial pack, you can try all 5 of them as fast as you want, and then let me know what you think. And if you love them like I do, I can help you get them at a discount. Watch this quick video and then let's connect. Another option. Hey, Ryan, I'm wondering if you could help me out with a project I'm working on. If I was doing this via text, I would send that as one text and wait for the reply of yes or no, and then I would send the second portion. I am working with some friends to expand an elite hydration business in the local market. It's a subscription model business, and we're looking for people to simply evaluate a product offering and give us some honest feedback. There is no commitment other than to purchase the $10 trial pack and share your feedback on the products with us. My goal is to place 30 trials in the next few days. Are you willing to help me out? Okay, so you can write your own script or tailor one of these to your liking. Here are the key components that need to be in the script to really make this work. Number 1, let them know that they're helping you out. Either ask them for a favor or ask them, hey, would you mind helping me out? Or just letting them know, I have a goal I'm trying to reach and I'm looking for a few friends to help me reach it. Let them know they're gonna help you. They're more likely to do it because they want to help you out than because they actually care about what's in the individual stick. Number 2, it's not about the product. Don't sell the product. If you're doing this via phone call or text and they say, hey, what's in them? Simply send a link, but it's not about the ingredients and the science and why the product's great. This is about them evaluating the product because you need honest feedback from people who are willing to help you out. So if they come back with, well, tell me exactly what's in it, I would simply reply with something like, you know what, I would love to circle back to you in a few weeks. Right now, I'm really looking for 30 trial consumers. So listen, after I get this project done, I'll circle back to you. Okay, and I'll let you know a lot more details about the product, but it's really important to me that I get some honest feedback from people I trust. And you give them an easy out. That way, you're just taking it away from them instead of trying to sell them on why they should drink it. Number 3, ask for their feedback. Let them know, look, what matters to me isn't the $10. It's your feedback. That's what's important. I need to know honest feedback from my people I love and trust. I need your evaluation. Number 4 key component, let them know there is no commitment other than purchasing that initial trial pack for $10. There's no future commitment. They don't have to go on auto ship. They don't have to join. They don't have to commit to coming to a meeting. You just need their feedback. That is all. Number 5, give them an easy out if they don't want to help you. You don't want to join the No Friends Left Club, the NFL. Okay, give them an easy out. So if somebody says, look, Joe, I'm just really not interested, or you know what, I don't drink water, or I don't want water, or I don't like water, simply say, you know what, that no problem. Listen, I've got other friends that'll help me out. It's no big deal. Give them the easy out, but let them know they're missing out on helping you to achieve a goal. And then number 6, let them know you're reaching for a goal and ask them to help you in that effort. Okay, so again, we're stressing the importance. Let them know you have a mission, you have a goal, you want their help. This is a favor, but there's no big commitment. And what's really important to you is that you get their feedback. Now, if you follow kind of those keys, you can retweak or reword those scripts in any way you like to make it more efficient. Now, over the next week, we are going to be releasing a tool that I am super excited about, where you're simply going to be able to send some of these pre-written scripts with the video embedded via text message, email message, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, simply by clicking buttons on your smartphone, sending out those messages that are pre-written for you. You can go in and edit it and tweak it to sound like you, to say exactly what you want it to say. So what I would encourage you to do right now is get that script, how you want it, all written out. Get that contact list that we talked about at the beginning of the call already, so you're ready to get your 30 trial packs out as soon as possible, and you're launched and loaded and ready to go. Now, in talking with the amazing team at corporate earlier today, we came up with an awesome trial pack, because I know some of you are going to say, you know what, I don't have and obviously, Dave Webb, our amazing marketing person, did not build that slide because the animations, as you can see, were totally messed up. But some of you may say, you know what, I don't have 30 trial packs on hand. Okay, the first thing you need to do if you want to follow a system is arm yourself with the resources to follow the system. So you need 30 trial packs on hand. Before we release the technology, before we're ready to go, make sure you have the tools. You don't want the gun to go off and you're not in the starting blocks for the race. So the way to be in the starting blocks, make sure you have 30 of the trial packs in your possession when we're ready to launch. Make sure your script is all ready so we're ready to launch. So they made a new SKU just today. It's SKU 3030 if you call in, and it's called the Trial Pack 3030. Okay, what you get with this is 1 box of each of our sticks. So a box of Soul, a box of Go, a box of Choreo, a box of Smart, and a box of Trim. So you have 30 of each of those. You get 30 of the cards, so you can build your little trial packs. And they're giving you almost $60 off. You can buy this from now till the end of the month for $179.95, $180, for you to be empowered with your trial packs, ready to go. And that includes 120 PV. Okay, that's only available till the end of the month. That will give you 30 trial packs. If you go out and sell those 30 trial packs for $10 each, you just made $300 and it spent $180. So you're actually being paid to get your product into the marketplace, to get your friends, family, contacts to evaluate the product and give you their honest feedback. So if you have some that you sell locally, great. If you have some that you need to ship across the country to people, then you've made enough money to even cover the shipping. So there's zero excuse whatsoever for you to not get 30 trial packs placed in people's hands in the month of May. And it's important that you get these ordered tonight or tomorrow. Take action right away. So by May 1st, we're going to have the tool locked and loaded and ready for you to go. You're going to have the trial packs in hand, and you're going to be able to take massive action in the first few days of the month of May to set up May being the best recruitment month you've ever had in your business. And if you have 5, 10, 15 people on your team, or if today's your first day and your team is you, either way, if you will implement and use this system, first step, get people on first base. If you will just make that your focus every day, I'm going to get as many people as I can on first base. I'm going to move as many trial packs as I can. Then that excitement, that momentum that you're going to create will help you to launch your business. If you already have a huge team and you're M5 or M6, this is going to create the next wave of new activity, of new recruits that are going to fuel the bottom of your team and provide that excitement and momentum all the way up. If today's day one in the business, this is the way you're going to launch and create momentum. It's about taking large action and compressing that into a short period of time. That's how we launch. Like a spaceship, when it goes off the launch pad, it takes almost half of all the fuel just to get the spaceship off the ground, right? Because you need that launch. You need all that momentum, all that energy, pushing it up off the ground. Once it gets off the ground, it takes less and less. And the higher it goes, when momentum is in its favor, by the time it's ready to get through the atmosphere, it's just, it's very little fuel that's required for the entire time that it goes up to the moon and to get it back into Earth's orbit and back home. So half of the fuel is just getting off the ground. So your business is much the same way. It's going to take a lot of energy, but it's not that much energy really if you think about it. To get 30 of these sticks placed, I will tell you, using this system, we've had people using text messages that have placed 30 trials of a product in as little as 2 to 3 hours. Okay, if you'll follow the system, follow the scripts, do exactly what we ask you to do, this isn't going to take 100 hours and 3 months' time. It's about sitting down one day with a list, and on average, I will tell you, you're going to need to text or email or Facebook message about 60 people to get 30 yeses. Okay, it's about 1 in 2 that'll say, sure, I'll help you out. If you're messaging people that you actually know. If you're messaging strangers or people that you haven't talked to for 10 years, the numbers aren't going to be as good. But if you go back to your warm market and you're not asking them to become a customer or come to a meeting, just try a product and give you their honest feedback, you'll get about 1 out of 2 that'll make a $10 commitment to make that happen. So call in or tomorrow or tonight. Get your trial pack 30/30 ordered so you're locked and loaded. Take 2 hours. Me and Sarah and my son, my 12-year-old son, Sunday night sat and made up 30 trial packs, and it took us about an hour around the kitchen table. So it doesn't take a lot of time to get them all ready, and then have them with you at all times and go out and move those trial packs. Get as many people as you can on first base. And all of them on first base have a chance to go to second. All of them on second have a chance to go to third. But if you don't get people on first base, your chances of scoring are 10% or less. So with that, I want to thank you for your time. And I will post those scripts below the recording so you can copy and edit them easily. And Dave, if there are any questions, I would love to answer them. Otherwise, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be here with us.
Joe Melling, everybody. Thank you, Joe. I think everybody is, again, kind of fired up like we were last week. We got the information. Let's roll. Let's pack it in. Let's get ready to go. We talked about the scripts being posted online. So, Joe, thank you for that. We'll look forward to those being available. Also, those reminders, get on the boat. Joe said it at the beginning of the call. We're talking about getting on the boat and getting ourselves to convention. Now, in the past, we've looked at those things as, oh, they're far away. They're end of summer. The other one's in the fall. Well, guess what, everybody? The company is already more than a year old, and things are happening and time is flying, and we want to get you on that boat. We want to get you to convention. So the number one thing to remember, getting on the boat is relatively simple. I will not say it's easy. Do not misunderstand. I'm not pretending that it is not a difficult or a process, a thing that you get to go through. But I am promising you that we have made it achievable. And it's doubly achievable when you look at the fact that getting on the boat means each business who qualifies gets to take 2 people, like the business owner and the business partner or the spouse, depending on how you're organized. So the 3 qualifications to get on the boat: number 1, be on Blue Box. Number 2, enroll 6 new members. That's with an enrollment pack. And number 3, reach M3, which is 5,000 points in volume from your team in a single month. Joe, if you're, I know you are still on because I can see you there. I'm going to unmute you now. And if you are comfortable, Joe, will you give us a quick little update on how many people in your team have come on and qualified for the cruise just in the last little bit?
Yeah, our first few weeks last month, we had 7 people, counting myself and my wife, that qualified for the boat. And this month, I believe, looking forward to the end of the month, I believe we're going to get at least 3 or 4 more people that will qualify this month. And then with releasing the technology that's about to release next week, and everyone arming themselves with trial packs and having a system to follow, I think in May we can easily get 10 to 15 more people on the boat just from a brand new team.
Yeah.
So, you know, anybody can do this. It's all going to be focused on how many people in your group can you get to buy in to taking simple action on a daily basis. What if you just sold 1 trial pack a day? 1 a day. That's going to take just a few minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes on a daily basis. It's those small, simple tasks every single day that will compound and create momentum and activity with your group.
I think that's actually a big key, because the impression that we all have, whether we're undertaking a task that is related to school or to work or to family or to making sure the home doesn't flood, whatever those tasks are, the big task feels insurmountable. Oh my gosh, I've got to get 5,000 points in volume. I've got to enroll 6 members, and that's how I'm going to get on this boat. Well, yeah, you can't do it in an afternoon. Most humans cannot. But like you say, those simple steps, the actual activities that will bring results to your business, are what will qualify you over a not very long term. Now, certainly 6 weeks is long enough if you're holding your breath or going without M sticks. But 6 weeks is not a long time if it's building a residual income, a legacy business, and qualifying yourself for a trip of a lifetime with someone you love and want to spend time with. 6 weeks, 8 weeks is not a long time. So everybody, hugs, high fives, congratulations. Joe, thank you so much for your sharing, for your willingness to partner with us and with your other team members, and everybody in M. The whole M family is grateful to you. And thanks, everybody. We look forward to talking with you again. Don't forget to join Saturday morning's call with Dennis and Sue Ligon at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and the Monday night product call with Dr. Templeman and the Medical Advisory Board. And again, next week we'll be back, probably, if we behave ourselves and eat our vegetables and drink our M hydration sticks. Mr. Ryan Anderson may be involved in that call, so we are looking forward to that as well. So thanks, everybody. Have a terrific night, and we will see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.